Hi, Filip. Good afternoon. Thank you for having this virtual coffee with me. But maybe can you shortly introduce yourself and your company?
Yes, let's start with XenomatiX. XenomatiX is a Belgian company specialized in solid-state LiDAR, so a sensor for ADAS and autonomous driving applications based on speed of light. And I am Filip Geuens, the CEO of the company.
Filip, I think we first met around 5 years ago at an event in Leuven. Where does your company stand today?
I remember 5 years ago, at that time, we were still working in a garage, literally. I didn't have an office. We were building prototypes in a garage, instrumenting first cars. At that time, we were 5 people. Today, we are 35 people. We have among our customers 14 OEMs and 20 tier 1s. So quite a lot happened in the last few years. And most importantly, we evolved from a technology concept to operational A-samples and tier 1 partners who are promoting this solution towards car manufacturers.
And Filip, I think because of your role and your technology, you get quite a good in-depth look into the plans of the OEMs and the tier 1s. And I think that maybe fully autonomous cars were overhyped a few years ago. What do you think? Are we now in the famous valley of disillusionment from the Gartner hype cycle? What's your opinion on that?
I think we are in that valley as far as fully autonomous vehicles is concerned. Indeed, the challenge is very high. The circumstances can be very variable, and the safety level has to be very high. And that makes it hard. And even many OEMs, they took a misstep. They were too brave in their marketing, and they cannot make it happen now. But there is an easy way out. We do not have to switch to level 5. And we see that our technology is very valuable for achieving level 3 and 4. And that's also what OEMs are doing. They are now giving more attention to level 3 and 4.
But do you think that then robot taxis are still the ultimate goal, level 5, I mean?
They are still the ultimate goal. That's where there's an economical benefit. If we can have unmanned transportation, the impact and the return will be huge. So we definitely have to continue aiming for that goal. But even if we have robotaxis, the private ownership of cars will not disappear so quickly, in my opinion. For people, it's still important to confirm their social status, and a car is a good way of doing that. So I'm not so pessimistic about ownership of cars and the importance of a car as a social value.
Yeah. And another thing that I wanted to ask you, you read nowadays, I would say almost weekly, an OEM that announces a full electrification strategy. So it seems that the OEMs are increasing their investments in electrification. Does that then also mean that the investments in automated driving are decreasing because they need the money for the electrification?
Actually, I'm happy that finally electrification is paying off or starts to pay off. For many years, OEMs already invested in this. And let's be honest, the sale of electrical cars today is much lower than what we expected a decade ago. Finally, it starts to break through, and finally they can earn money from that. That makes me happy, because I hope that the money they earn with electrification accelerates the investments also in the next step, and the next step is definitely higher levels of autonomy.
My final question to you, Filip, what are your main challenges today?
Yeah, in the current situation, it's upscaling. It's about finding people to grow faster. It's also about finding a good balance between continued focus on automotive opportunities and also taking opportunities in other markets, because we have operational products for which there is attention and interest also from other markets, So we have to see to what extent we also harvest in these markets.
Okay, thanks a lot. Yeah, it was really interesting for me, and I think there are so many other things I would like to ask you, and I really hope that we can see each other in person again, hopefully before or after the summer. So thank you for your time, Filip, and we stay in touch.